This one is probably for me and me only. Because it's about the degeneration of my lungs, which is very rapid recently. At one time it appeared to me that talking actually improved my breathing, and I therefore was doing as much of it as possible, although I did notice that it had to be relaxed talking, not stressed talking. That's not the case anymore anyway. It's quite likely to make my breathing worse. It's quite hard to concentrate on other topics, because on Tuesday, for example, the whole time that I was outdoors, I felt as if I was suffocating. I don't suppose I looked like it. After all, I was walking very slowly and very little, and talking some of the time. It's a very difficult feeling to describe. It's across the lower lungs. And I think I do understand the scientific reasons for that. You get what they call hyperinflated lungs, which is a long lung, and air doesn't get in or out of the bottom of your lungs, and you can feel that. Hence the feeling of suffocation. To call it uncomfortable is an understatement, and you reach a point where you do almost anything to avoid it, such as, for example, not wanting to go out. I spent the whole day in Aberystwyth with my dog, craving being back in its armchair. Well, that was stupid. Because yesterday I discovered a new torment. Well, it's not new. It's been there for a while now. It was just the worst that it's been. There are drugs that are supposed to loosen up the mucus in the lungs. And they do. But they don't get them off the lungs. Which leaves you feeling as if you have a bubbling cauldron of sputum trapped in your lungs, coming as far as your throat even. Definitely not for upload because it's a bit yucky. But you can't get rid of it. It's forever clearing your throat, and that's all right. It's when you begin to feel as if you're drowning in it. It's definitely not all right. When your throat begins to be extremely painful from all the clearing and all your lungs are painful. Ribs fairly constantly painful. I shouldn't be talking about this because all it does is depress me, really. In the latter stages, I know that it's very far from being an invisible illness, but I was asked on Tuesday if I had a chest infection, and I said yes all the time, which is the case. That is the meaning of chronic. It doesn't go away. It's there 24/7. Lying in bed last night, feeling extremely feverish. And thinking, all these different sensations, really. Times when your lungs feel like a tattered cobweb, a sort of shredded cobweb. And other times, like a solid block of concrete. It is the enemy within. I would have preferred almost any disease to this one. It renders you helpless. It makes you think about dignitas if only you could afford it. And failing that, what you can afford and what would work. To avoid the final stages. And of course, it's incredibly depressing. Normally when I'm recording, I can sort of lift over that depression. It takes me back to another world, another place, another time. It's not my time. A lot of most of what I say now. I said what I've had to say about my life. I think probably most of what I talk about is my parents' lives. Which is at a great enough remove. Not to distress me too much. I wish people would understand COPD. I wish they would understand that what is merely a cough to them could be death to me, if I catch it. The hosts who put me up in Southampton in January/February did not understand that, and greeted me at the railway station with words that they both had flu, and made no effort to protect me from their germs. The man in particular would cough all over me. No, you didn't use his hand, didn't turn away. I wondered if he was trying to kill me. Avoiding their elderly parents just in case, and not understanding how incredibly dangerous their germs were to me. I would not go and visit my stepmother, Ellen, who had bronchiectasis, if I had a cold. I would stay away. I suspect that's the reason most of us become housebound. Not just that going out and walking around makes us breathless and makes us cough and causes us endless discomfort, hour after hour, but also the fear of other people's germs and the smoke that you inhale and the strong smells that also take your breath away. A whole host of things that make me think I would prefer not to move from my armchair, even though that is not by any means guaranteed to comfort. I just easily sit here wheezing and with the bubbling in my lungs. Wondering what to do with my 2-year-old dog.